What's up guys, Bob Busker here at ThinkComputers, and we're back with another video, and I'm super excited because we're doing a case today. We haven't reviewed a case on the channel in a while, and today we have Phanteks Enthoo Evolv Micro-ATX tempered glass case. So let's go ahead and take a look. As we take a first look at the case, remember this is the Micro-ATX version. Phanteks also offers the tempered glass version in a full ATX as well. We received the black version of the case, but it also comes in gray and silver. At the front of the case, you have that Enthoo Evolv iconic design. This is actually a 3mm thick piece of aluminum, and then towards the bottom, you have that little LED strip that's actually RGB on this version of the case. Towards the top of the front, you'll find a hidden compartment. When opened, you'll find two USB 3.0 ports, your HD audio jacks, and a button that allows you to rotate the RGB LEDs on the case. At the top of the case, all you're gonna find is a single power button. There's also ventilation holes on each side of the case, and these provide proper airflow if you're gonna install fans as well as radiators. You can remove the entire top section of the case, revealing mounting points for cooling fans as well as radiators. Now you have support for two 120 or 140mm fans or water cooling radiators up to 280mm. As we move on to the side panel of the case, of course, this is our 3mm thick tempered glass side panel, and it's slightly tinted, but it's mostly see-through, so you can go ahead and show off all of your hardware inside. Both side panels of the case are on a hinge system, which allows them to easily swing open and give you access to your hardware. They're also fully removable from the case, so they're out of the way when you're doing your installation. The opposite side panel of the case is actually tinted very dark, which will allow you to go ahead and hide all of your cables. But there is an opening where the SSD mounts are, which is actually really cool. At the rear of the case, you'll find a 140mm fan, which is included with this case. Moving down, you have your expansion slots and plenty of ventilation holes, and of course your power supply mounts at the bottom. There's also a removable filter below the power supply mount. Moving inside, we basically have a two-chamber design with a large PSU cover covering the bottom of the case, and the top of the case of course is going to house most of your components. This case supports Micro-ATX as well as Mini-ATX motherboards. On the motherboard tray, you'll find plenty of cable routing holes with rubber inserts so you won't rip or tear your cables. There's also a very large CPU cutout. On the front of the inside of the case, you'll find fan mounts. You can fit three 120mm fans or two 140mm fans, and water cooling radiators up to 360mm. There of course is a 140mm fan included with the case. As we move to the back side of the case, you can see that Phanteks has laid things out quite nicely, and there's plenty of included Velcro zip ties as well as additional tie down points. Mounted on the back side of the motherboard tray are two 2.5-inch SSD mounts. These are easily removable, so you can go ahead and install your hard drives. There is a secondary hard drive cage at the bottom of the case. It has two removable trays which support both 2.5-inch and 3.5-inch hard drives. With our build completed, we have an awesome little gaming system here. Now, we didn't run into any issues when it came to installation, and you can see we have quite a large graphics card installed, as well as a 240mm radiator at the top of the case. Looking at the back of our completed build, you can see we do have some cable mess, but again, that tinted black panel will go ahead and hide everything, and all of those Velcro cable tie downs really helped and really made it easy to go ahead and route all of our cables. And as you can see, we have both of our SSDs mounted there, and again, when you go ahead and close that panel, those SSDs will show and they look awesome. I am definitely happy with our build here. It's a build you want to show off and you want to have sitting on your desk. Now, it could use a little bit more light. It would have been nice if Phanteks did include an LED strip, preferably an RGB LED strip, but you'll have to go out and buy one of those. Don't forget that you can toggle the colors on the lights on the front of the case and on the top of the case by pressing the button that's located in that hidden compartment on the front of the case. Also, these LEDs are compatible with Asus Aurora Sync as well as MSI's Mystic Light. I think it's great that Phanteks has gone ahead and given the tempered glass treatment to their Enthoo Evolv line. Now remember, this case comes in the Micro-ATX, which we checked out today, the Mini ATX, as well as a full ATX version. So you can go ahead and pick out which case you want depending on what type of build you're doing. Now, of course, tempered glass makes everything better, and I really like the implementation that Phanteks has done with this case. So you have the clear panel on the main side, and then on that back side, you have the darker panel, but it does have the cutout to go ahead and show off your SSDs. And that makes it great for people like me who are lazy and who don't want to take a whole lot of time and organize all my cables. That, darker panel on the back allows me to go ahead and hide all of my cable mess. Now, of course, besides the tempered glass panels, Phanteks has also updated the LEDs on the case. So you have that strip at the front and the LEDs that go around the power button, and those both have been turned into RGB, so you can make them any color you want, and you can cycle through the colors with the button on the front of the case. But they also are compatible with popular motherboard software, so you can go ahead and sync them up with the rest of your system as well. These cases originally came out almost 3 years ago, and looking at them now, they look like a current case. Nothing inside or outside is dated, and that just speaks to the design team at Phanteks. They've done a great job with these cases. They're what we would call an iconic case, a case that so many people have, and that they will continue to have, especially with these tempered glass versions. Now, if you have any questions about this case, go ahead and leave it in the comments section below. We also have links below where you can read our full written review on ThinkComputers, as well as a link where you can purchase the case if you're interested in getting it. Again, if you have any questions, leave it below. Hit that subscribe if you go ahead and like our content as well. Till next time, catch you guys later.